Squad, welcome back to InhaleGamesHQ. You can call me COMM, and today we're back with Apex Facts for the new season, Arsenal. We're diving beneath the surface. Of course, if you haven't checked that video out, we'll link it in the cards where we talk about the new Legend Ballistic, the map changes, ranked updates, weapon mastery, and firing range updates. Real quick on the screen, you can see the map rotation. We have World's Edge, Olympus, and Kings Canyon, so in my opinion, a good set of maps for a fresh season. But as we dive beneath the surface to look at the patch notes, they start us out actually by first saying they've made a few changes to the ping system. On the default ping wheel, you'll now see 3 new pings: avoid area, enemy audio, and regroup. You'll also see an expanded set of options where you are downed or in a dropship for the initial drop into a BR. They've made in-game objects have map icons, so respawn beacons, crafters, wildlife, etc. It can now be pinged from the map, creating accurate waypoints and callouts. When pinging a generic waypoint on the map, they now have a more accurate placement in the world. So now jumping into the patch notes, starting with the balance updates. Keeping it simple to start the season, the crate rotation. We have the L star entering the crate, and the RE45 returning to the floor. Obviously, with the L star going into the crate, it's going to be seeing an adjustment, so we'll talk about that here quickly. So they've added the disruptor rounds onto the L star, so that's really cool. A 60% damage increase against shields, but the base damage has been reduced to 16, it was 17. Projectiles now have pass through, with the 60% damage retained. Projectile growth is increased. Improved recoil pattern, they've removed the barrel, and the ammo stockpile is up to 324, and they've reduced the visual effect brightness when hitting unarmored targets. Moving on now to the weapon crafting rotation, we have the Alternator SMG entering the crafter alongside the Sentinel, and the EVA 8 returning to the floor alongside the 30-30 repeater. For gold weapons this season, we have the Flatline, Triple Take, Spitfire, Mastiff, and Volt. They've also made some changes to the loot spawns. So they've improved vault loot, increased chances of gold loot, and added light mags into the spawn pool. And they've improved cargo bot loot by removing small healing items, mobile respawn beacon, white armor, and white backpacks. They've adjusted the large healing and heat shield spawns to allow for more desirable loot spawns, and removed gold weapons from the purple 2 cargo bots, but increased the spawn chance in gold tier. Moving on to the weapon changes for the season, other than the L-Star that we already spoke about, we have a quick change to the 30-30. They've made the projectile size increased when fully charged. A change to the Triple Take, where the projectile size has also been increased. They've improved the hip fire spread, tightened the bullet pattern when fully choked, and the ammo per shot was reduced to 1 was 3. Magazine size adjusted to match the new ammo cost, so the purple mag has been increased to 10 was 9. Looking now at the R99 SMG, they have removed 1 bullet from the base and all magazines, so now without any, you just have 19 bullets, and as you can see on the screen, with white 21, blue 24, purple and gold 27. And lastly, a change for the charge rifle. They've reduced the shots per magazine to 3 was 4, and they've actually reduced the spawn rate in general. That wraps up our weapons, and we move on to legends. Starting first with Catalyst. They made a change for the Dark Veil, where scan highlights and diamonds are no longer visible through the Dark Veil. For Mirage, a class change from Skirmisher to Support. Moving on to Ash, she now gets slowed to weapon sprint speed instead of weapon walk speed when targeting with her tactical. Steps are no longer louder if heirloom is equipped, which is hella nice. They fixed a UI loop when crouched inspect was cancelled early, and her ultimate will now persist the entire duration. Even if the Ash dies, it won't be deactivated, so players can still run through it as needed. A change for Bloodhound here, the White Ravens already in flight can no longer be scanned for free tacticals and alt charge, so ripperoni. For Caustic, they fixed his traps being destroyed when placed near closed doors that were then opened. For Crypto here, they fixed his drone, you can no longer access it after being knocked. It no longer will occasionally teleport behind a wall when you throw it, and if you do throw it into the wall, it won't just spawn in the middle of the world. So apparently his drone was being a bit buggy, and those should be fixed. Looking at Loba, they fixed a visual issue with the black market when Bangalore Smoke was behind it, and the amount of head peeks over cover while crouched adjusted to match other legends. A quick fix for Mad Maggie, they improved the reliability when hitting objects that the ball will damage or destroy, so it was just bouncing off of instead of actually destroying. Moving on to Octane, they removed the double jump hint for the launch pad in cases where it would incorrectly show as an option. For Rampart, multiple cover walls can no longer be placed in the same spot on a trident. Seer, dummies in the firing range will now have the same footstep behaviors as other players when moving inside of Seer's ultimate, instead of behaving like other AIs like Prowlers and Spiders, so good for training with his ult. Valkyrie, her ultimate cooldown no longer set to 75 after being cancelled while in Death Totem protection. And for Wraith, they fixed an issue with her ultimate being unusable while ziplining, and a mythic finisher, Whiplash, no longer pushes players outside of play area. And then we just have a couple of changes to the classes in general. The Assault class has been changed. The Smart Loot gains have been adjusted to reduce skipping an upgrade tier. It will now be less likely to jump from white to purple or blue to gold. Optics are now given based on team rather than just Assault Legend who opens them, and added a special drop rate for gold optics. Looking now at the Skirmisher class, the care packages are now automatically pinged for the team on reveal. This includes empty care packages that have already been looted by another team. The Support class also has a couple changes. The support bins will now guarantee at least one battery in one of the secret compartment slots. Support bins will now award MRBs, mobile respawn beacons, if your ally is dead, even if you don't have their banner card. Legend banners can now be crafted by any player who has a support class legend in their squad. I'm excited about some of the changes so far, and they said they'd keep their eyes and their ears tuned into the community, so hopefully they continue to make some positive changes and their efforts go into the right places. So let's keep this thing moving as we talk about MixTape. They've added a new podium screen for gun run and control. They've actually added a message that'll display in the kill feed for lever penalties being disabled. You're like 1v5 or something and it's clearly unfair. They'll display a message and you can leave, and that way you won't be penalized. For control and gun run, it'll now indicate a team's MVP on the intro podium. For control and TDM, they now have updated loadouts based off of weapon meta, pick rates, and kill rates. And for gun run and TDM, they now have XP bonuses for match completion and match completion after joining in progress. Additionally, they fixed some issues where shields would drop and they would be empty. And they also fixed an issue where players that would leave a match would then join the same match they just left if that join in progress window was still active. So they fixed that, so you shouldn't rejoin the same matches that you're getting destroyed in. So that's good. Looking now at just control, the map rotation barometer is out and Olympus Hammond Labs is in. And then they've made a change to how the weapon evolve works, so no longer will it just automatically just evolve when your rating tier is reached, but now you'll actually have to like holster your weapon, and this can be done in any form: reloading, weapon switch, manual holster, zipline, perform a skydive. Like just remove the weapon and pull it back up and you'll have it at the upgraded tier once you've reached that tier. They've also fixed custom match observer issues where it was difficult to close the map screen if an observer had it open before players spawned in the match. They fixed teammates' death icons for not appearing on the map if it wasn't opened when the teammate died. Fixed ordnance not auto-equipping to the ordnance slot if the player spawned out of bounds. And fixed reserve ammo counter not displaying when switching weapons from Rampart or Vantage's ultimate ability. Looking at just a gun run, a weapon track update for new crate weapons, and they've added an additional XP bonus for the last weapon, obviously getting that kill with the knife. Just looking at Team Deathmatch, they've made a map rotation there, Skulltown is out, and Phase Runner is in. Additionally, they fixed some grenades not dropping on player death, and fixed Estates map image displaying the night variant of the map in the lobby. Now, squad, we're just about finished here with the video, and I just want to say thank you so much for being here. If you've gained an Apex fact so far, definitely leave it a like, but we just got a few more things to talk about, quality of life updates and the bug fixes, so let's keep it going. Quality of life updates in this season of Arsenal include: they've removed auto taunt prompt on enemy killed, you can now ride zip lines while playing the banner pickup animation, and bullet impact visual effects on snow has been reduced. As for the bug fixes, we have a fix on the Prowler, the ADS while crouching has been fixed, the IMC armories, they fixed spectators taking too much damage from arc stars, they fixed duo showing non-BR challenges instead of BR challenges, fixed comms wheel not being able to be used when a game is over, fixed players glitching inside of loot bins, they fixed spectators not receiving audio cues for all types of launch pads / jump pads. They fixed flickering of banners during victory and end of match screens. Scoreboard is saved when a game is finished now, not post podium sequence. Lifetime stats number no longer overlap in the 7 digits. And various lobby ultra wide UI improvements. Where is the audio fixes, Respawn? We need more in-game. The amount of crazy sounds when a death box drops and it goes crazy on you. Unless people are literally just sitting there and then they jump out and get me. How are people? They're just appearing. There's no audio of people running up to me. Metal on metal. Like, what? Why? But then I can hear the shots on the other side of the mountain. Like, I don't get why it's so unbalanced. But hopefully the new season still has enough fixes and has given us enough fresh coating of paint to keep us going. But really, I don't know if the focus was put in the right places. This bug fix list was not long enough and did not include enough audio things in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Let me know yours down below, and if I missed anything, of course, let me know. We're not going to talk about the crazy live API improvements, but I will just quickly post on the screen they did, and if you're curious, all the links of course are down below so you can check it out yourself, but some changes have been made there. Overall, that is everything we have to talk about in the patch notes for Arsenal. I hope you gained some form of Apex fact, and again, let me know your opinion down below on if the time was well spent. Anyway, squad, that's it for me. I'm COMM, you've been great. As always, stay safe, stay gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.
Let's get on door. Opening. Lit. Going back in. Stairs, purple.
You run the other side.
He's on the roof, lit. Jumping back down to you. Nice, bro.
GG, man.
And that's how you clean up a lobby with the boy. Remember how we were both like shit talking ourselves? Like, man, we don't know how to play this game. We suck at this. And then here we did just like 2-man rotation through it. We played that like really clean. Good call outs, just good finishes, good shots. That was just hot, bro. You're welcome, Lifeline, you bot. We're getting literal bot stats out here right now.
Absolute bots out here today.